Moving smartly along, we move to now the 132-pound weight division, and this one will pit a Californian against the Nevadan. It's Miguel Garcia against Diego Magdaleno, and that will be an interesting matchup too. Very competitive fight here, I believe. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape as you look at Judge Hill, who will be the referee. I like a referee named Judge. That makes a lot of sense to me. I really do like that. 17 years old, each of these guys. You can see there's nothing to choose here. Pick your favorite 17-year-old, 5'6", 132-pound guy, and that's just go with him. There is Judge Hill Jr., and he will be on my all moniker team. There's no question about it. Reminds me, I used to be in the Army with a guy named General Piper. He was Private General Piper. I always liked that. Meantime, here's Gordy Jacobs.
Ladies and gentlemen, moving up to the 132-pound weight division, boxing out of the red corner and representing California, Miguel Garcia. And his opponent in the blue corner, representing Nevada, Diego Magdaleno.
So we're just about set to go. Miguel Garcia, representing California from Oxnard, against Diego Magdaleno of Las Vegas. A couple of 17-year-olds, young guys. Remember, we mentioned that because this is still 3 years away from the Olympic Games, that you're going to see 17, 18-year-olds who, of course, by the time the Olympics come around, maybe 2021, and very experienced internationally.
And you're going to see people, neither of these guys ranked in the top 10 among fighters in this weight class in the United States, and you're going to see that here at these Golden Gloves, where these are the guys on the brink of moving in as others move out.
Miguel Garcia comes from some pretty solid boxing roots.
Boy, does he ever. His brother Roberto Garcia, former IBF junior lightweight champion, his father Eduardo Garcia, who trains him along with Roberto, is a terrific professional trainer, and he wasn't, his dad, Eduardo, wasn't sure he wanted Miguel to get involved in boxing, but he said, yeah, I like it, I want to box.
And he's a realist about it too. He said, I'll see how I do, I'll see how far I think I can go, and if I don't think I can, I have the stuff to be a champion, he said, I'll go to college.
Good plan. Magdaleno, we see him as a lefty now, but he says he often switches back to righty, so we'll be on the lookout for that possible ploy.
He's going to graduate from Clark High School in Las Vegas in just a few weeks. Wants to be a cop.
And hopefully also think about a pro boxing career if it works with that.
He turned Garcia nicely and hit him with the left hand. Pretty savvy move.
Right.
I
know his high school, Clark High School. I've driven by it many times and gotten speeding tickets as I went too fast.
Isn't that
going
nice?
through the speed zone? So I have fond memories also of Clark.
End of the first round. Not much to choose there between these two.
Very close round.
Un poquito más, ¿eh? De menos a más, de menos a más, ¿ok? Vamos a tratar de usar más la izquierda y más rectos.
Perfect English. The language of choice in this corner will be Spanish.
As was true with Eduardo working with his brother Roberto during his pro career as well.
Los rectos bien bonito, ¿eh? Asegúreselos. Cuánto rápido también.
As you hit into the body, as you're doing so nicely, bring it back upstairs when you stop, okay? Don't just stop downstairs. Finish upstairs. Everything else is working nice. And step off and step around them and start again.
After you lead that left to the body, and come with the straight one down.
Very confident guy when we spoke to him this morning, Diego Magdaleno.
They're working on the inside. Garcia landing a couple of very good chopping right hands on the inside against Magdaleno. They clash heads there as well. That's where those helmets work, because you can clash heads in the amateurs and not get a cut, which is great.
Absolutely, and we've seen too many good fights ruined by headbutts.
One of those heretics that thinks that it would even be okay for professional fighters to wear helmets.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, but send your letters on that directly to Barry Tompkins. No,
I agree.
I think that if the helmets do in fact provide additional help to a boxer's safety, I don't see any reason why it can't be used in the pros, as they do here in the amateurs. But obviously, it's probably something that's not going to happen.
Nice body shot from Magdaleno.
Magdaleno coming in and Garcia looking to counter. Now Garcia, this is the third straight lefty he's fought in this tournament. The other two were taller left-handers, but you know he's had to deal with this left-handed stance a lot in this tournament.
He said he had to brawl the last 2 times. He doesn't really want to brawl. He's fighting left-handed for the 3rd time, but I'm not sure what he's learned from the first 2, because he's right inside that lead foot of Magdaleno, and he want to be outside it.
Good counter left hook a moment ago by Garcia as Magdaleno came in with his right hand. You see him moving to the left. Barry was talking about that with the footwork. And good work with the right hand. Now Garcia's a little bit guilty of holding and hitting when he does that. It's borderline.
Remember, Garcia's coming up to 132. He had been fighting at 125. Magdaleno, nice combination, right to the body, left to the head.
And Garcia countering him very well on the inside. Miguel Garcia has very good hand speed. And you know, he really does remind me of his brother Roberto, doesn't he? I mean, you did a lot of Roberto's fights, and he has the same feel, the same style.
Yeah.
Oh, great combination.
Sure
by
was.
Magdaleno.
3-punch combination, and one of those combinations that I think the judges can't miss. This is a good fight also. And again, you know, I feel like being redundant when I say this, but having seen this tournament for a long time, it just is getting better and better.
Well, in amateur boxing, honestly, there are moments when you can have a whole evening of boxing that will be a little staid and tough to watch. Not true with this competition, and it wasn't true last year.
He doesn't like it when you go down to the body with that first shot and you're putting 2 and
Garcia on the inside, countering very, very well. Nice left-hand counter by Garcia as Magdaleno came rushing in. And again, there's the right-hand counter by Garcia. So when Magdaleno rushes in and forgets about defense, he pays the price.
He does, but here again, it poses that question that we've asked so many times. Do the judges see counterpunches?
And as you pointed out, they're going to see this because he landed those well. Although the right hand kind of blocked a little bit by Garcia.
It's true. Garcia in the blue and gold of California, and Magdaleno in the silver and blue. Close fight here.
Now, that time Magdaleno kind of holding around the head. So Judge Hill might be looking at that.
On the counter right hand from Garcia. Nice 3-punch combination from Garcia, very quick.
The hand speed of Garcia, I think, has been primarily the difference in this fight.
It's a little bit of a slapping right hand, but clearly a punch that scores.
Yeah, double right hook there, that kind of tapping to the body and then came up with the right very effectively.
Well, that's what his corner wanted him to do. They said go to the body first. They said he doesn't like that. Garcia seems to be in a little bit better rhythm here.
You know, his brother Roberto was always very good at fighting left-handers. He always knew how to do that. Get outside, get that left hook going, and put yourself in position to throw punches. And that is what Miguel Garcia has done in this bout.
Tucked into the left hand from Magdaleno. There's that right hand over the top again. Not a great punch. Slaps a little bit, but again, scores.
This has been a much closer round, though. And Magdaleno has done a lot more offensively. So this might be one in which he's getting a little bit of work done. Again, the counter right hand on the inside by Garcia. It's a very effective punch.
Very close round, I think, also. I think a couple of these rounds have been close.
Buen round, hijo. Buen round. Muy bonito. Muy buen round. Si este es un round bonito. Falta uno. Hay que hacerlo más bonito. Jale la gripa arriba. Jale suave. Muy bien, ¿eh? Ese
Look forward together. Tight shots, hands up,
Magdalenos
good
corner.
defense.
He started fighting in the gym in East Los Angeles. He and his family moved to Las Vegas 10 years ago.
He's going to be desperate.
Doesn't come from a boxing background. He was the first one in his family to fight. Now his little brother Jesus is also a fighter, 13 years old.
And he's run into this issue against Garcia. Garcia countering him as he comes on the inside.
Seconds out.
And there's that work on the inside by Garcia as Magdaleno got in, but couldn't really get anything done effectively. Magdaleno at the end getting a couple of punches in.
So the fourth round, and I would not be surprised to see the outcome be decided in these final 2 minutes. Right hand over the top from Magdaleno and a left-hand lead. Another case of a headbutt, but because of the gear, no harm.
Yeah, they've been on the inside. It's been a kind of a rough and tumble bout on the inside. They're having a lot of clash of heads. This is the kind of match that in international competition, we would have seen it stopped 25 times for different warnings and cautions that really would not have affected the flow of the fight. No harm came. Oh, nice right hand by
Best punch
Garcia.
of the fight, I think, huh? Another one.
Right, fellas.
Garcia may have cemented himself a victory in this last round. He's been pretty effective.
Yes. It's been an action fight, though.
Yeah, Magdaleно's been very good at pressuring him. Not as precise with his punches as he wants. And there's again the right hands by Garcia.
Right.
Yeah, the counterpunch of Garcia, if there is a difference in this fight, that might be it. Again, a clash of heads.
Magdaleno squares himself up to Garcia, and that's why those right hands land. He doesn't give him a true lefty posture. And that's why the right hands, I'm sorry, of Garcia lands.
And that's it. Good last round, I think, for Miguel Garcia. So this 132-pound fight in the books, Miguel Garcia, Diego Magdaleno. We'll find out who wins it when we come back to Little Rock. Saw the fight for the 132-pound finalist between Miguel Garcia of California and Diego Magdaleno of Nevada is now in the books. Judges tabulating the scores, taking a bit of time. Gordy Jacobs has it. Here's the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the results of bout number 5 in ring number 2 in the 132-pound weight division. Your winner on points in the blue corner from Nevada, Diego Magdaleno.
Diego Magdaleno wins what we understand is a split decision, and he will move into the finals over Miguel Garcia. Now, of course, you have to pose the question once again, did a counter